Hey guys, Liz Cruz here with Usborne Books and More, and I'm here to share with you some of our very favorite storybooks. I don't know about you, but we have a very strong tradition in this house of reading before bed. And it's a tradition that my parents started with me, and I have now been able to carry on with my children. So there are literally never enough storybooks that we can get our hands on in order to keep story time fun and engaging, and always new discoveries to be made when we are reading stories together. I also want to talk about the importance of reading aloud to your children. Studies continuously show that reading aloud to your children makes such a huge difference in their development, in their ability to recognize their social skills and needs, in their language development, in their ability to foster that love of reading and to gain confidence in independently reading. It's proven over and over again that something so simple as reading 15 to 20 minutes a day to our kids can hold the secrets to really and truly allowing them to be successful. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started and share with you some of the favorites in our household. It's very difficult to only choose a few, but I managed to do so. I'm going to start with our darling Peek Inside series. We absolutely love these Peek Inside a Fairy Tale books. They're board books, so they're great quality for that preschooler or toddler in your life who loves fairy tales, or you're trying to introduce some classic fairy tales to them. We have Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Little Red Riding Hood, and we're just launching Sleeping Beauty. In fact, she's going to be available any day now, that book. So these little books are packed full of beautiful illustrations, flaps, cutouts. They have cutouts on every page, so you can actually see all the way to the back of the book from the cover. Each cutout is layered, so it gives us a three-dimensional look. This is such an awesome, perfect bedtime story. The kids love it. My daughter, who's 2, loves it, and her two older brothers also love it. It's a great classic and a great way to introduce a fairy tale to the little ones. Next up is The Curious Case of the Missing Mammoth. What Usborne and Kane Miller Publishing does better than anyone else out there is bridge the gap between fiction and nonfiction. So this is a really, really fun story about a little boy who stumbles upon a mammoth who has escaped from the museum because at night, when everyone's asleep, this natural history museum comes to life. And we get to meet all these fun, interesting characters. It very much reminds me of the movie Night at the Museum, which is a favorite of mine. And all the while, on every floor, we are learning. There are all of these flaps, and underneath these flaps, there are facts. So we are marrying fiction and nonfiction in this book, and following along a very fun and engaging story, interactive flaps, and learning fast facts, learning about different artists and authors. On the flight floor, we learn about pilots in history. In the prehistoric floor, we learn about dinosaurs and all kinds of fast facts about all of these different subjects. Such a great story, so fun. There's also a plush that you can purchase to go along with the book. It makes a great gift or a great addition to your own library. Next up, we have Nibbles. Nibbles is probably one of the best-selling books of all time that we've ever had the pleasure of showcasing here in Usborne. So Nibbles is a book monster, and what he does is he eats books, and he travels through your children's bookshelves munching on books. And it's very engaging. There's lots of where's Nibbles, so you have to find Nibbles here. And what he does is, which is very fun and unique to this book, is he inserts himself into a story. So look how cute this is, book within a book. So here's Nibbles, who chomps his way into Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and he disrupts the story. And he interrupts the story in such a way that will make you laugh and make everybody who's reading it together laugh. It is so creative, so fun and engaging. Nibbles is a must in every household. Everyone loves him. And then our favorite is at the very end. We think we lock Nibbles up. And no, Nibbles, you are not going to be munching on any more books. And then, what is that? He's escaped even his own buck. So anyways, we just love this book. And now we are so thrilled. Brand new, hot off the press, is Nibbles, the Dinosaur Guide. So this, once again, Nibbles interrupts this time it's a nonfiction book. So Nibbles interrupts this dinosaur guide. And so once again, he's munching his way through. All the while we're learning about prehistoric dinosaurs. Very fun. Lots of laughing in this one. We are so thrilled to be able to experience Nibbles again. And what better way to ensure to get some great reading time in every day than with some timed out stories. So this is a collection of 5-minute bedtime stories. These are very sweet little stories, all animal centric, with some beautiful pictures, and 5 minutes, you guys. Just each one is timed out, just 5 minutes. Very darling, great little messages, and perfect little stories for bedtime. Padded hardcover once again with a little ribbon bookmark. Very special, very great addition to your library. On that same note, we have some 10-minute stories. Now, I love these. They're a little bit smaller size, but thicker. Again, hardcover, beautiful gifts, beautiful collector's pieces. What I love about the 10-minute stories is that they are abridged versions of some of our favorites. The King's Pudding, The Tin Soldier, Beauty and the Beast, Why the Sea is Salty, The Story of Pegasus. It's just a few in the first 10-minute stories. 10-minute bedtime stories. Now listen to this. This has some amazing picture-to-text ratio. It's even more so, I think, I would say, than the 5-minute stories. Beautiful illustrations, and each illustrator is different, so it's really fun to captivate your audience a little bit differently with different illustrations. And now we have even more. A lot of people have bought the first, so we have another edition, 10 more 10-minute bedtime stories. This one is filled with even more classics that you're all going to recognize. Jack and the Beanstalk, The Gingerbread Man, The Emperor's New Clothes, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Rumpelstiltskin, just an example. Once again, it's very important for us to be passing on these classics with our kids, you guys. This is a great way to do that. Now, last but certainly not least, I am in love with our illustrated classics. This is a beautiful padded hardcover. Once again, we're talking about collections of our very favorite stories in this book. Ribbon bookmark, very special. This one is one that I read to my kids, and we all enjoy it very much. We have the Railway Children in here. We have Black Beauty, The Wizard of Oz, The Secret Garden. I mean, they're stories that have my heart, and I love to be able to share them with my kids. They have a fabulous picture-to-text ratio. So as you can see, my 5- and 6-year-old love to listen and look at the pictures. There's plenty to engage them. And we have so many titles for all the different story lovers in your life. We have adventure stories, stories of princes and princesses, Grimm fairy tales, Bible stories, Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. The list goes on. Ghost stories, really neat sort of ways, once again, to introduce your readers to these stories. And what's great is I can read them out loud to my 5- and 6-year-old now, but a 7- and 8-year-old can absolutely read these independently and get a lot of enjoyment out of listening to these stories and learning about these stories. Thanks for your time, you guys. I hope you love these stories as much as I do.